a chair. Leave the busy world out there. Grab your yarn and your favorite tea. There's a place where friends can be. Every stitch tells a story. Every color shines so bright. Welcome to Horizon Crochet, where creativity finds its way. Laugh a little, stay a while. Share a pattern, share a smile. At Horizon Crochet, we're all friends here, making memories year after year. One stitch at a time, we'll grow together, crocheting through every kind of weather. Grab your yarn, grab your tea. Come crochet with Kelly. Horizon Crochet. Come on in, pull up a chair. Leave the busy world out there. Grab your yarn and your favorite tea. There's a place where friends can be. Every stitch tells a story. Every color shines so bright. Welcome to Horizon Crochet, where creativity finds its way. Laugh a little, stay a while. Share a pattern, share a smile. At Horizon Crochet, we're all friends here, making memories year after year. One stitch at a time, we'll grow together, crocheting through every kind of weather. Grab your yarn, grab your tea. Come crochet with Kelly. Horizon Crochet.
Okay. Wow, and it's loud. I don't know why my system does that, but anyway, my name is Kelly, and welcome to Horizon Crochet. At least I picked up on it right away. That was not me, but it was my program, and I don't know why it does that. But anyway, welcome to Horizon Crochet. My name is Kelly, and I'm super happy if you're here. And if you're watching this later, because I do get a lot of people who check in on the lives afterwards, say hi and just give us a little wave or a thumbs up, and I would appreciate it. And it's been a busy week. I feel like I say that every Friday, but it has been. But I have some things to talk about with you all, some interesting emails that I've received, and also I got a goodie bag from another creator's channel, which I wanted to share what was in it for you all. And what else? Some plants, and also kind of something small that I wanted to go over with you all. But it has been a busy week, and I'm really glad the weekend's here, just like I am every weekend. But anyway, hi Sarah, good to see you. I see there's a few other people as well lurking. I just want to say hi, great to see you. I am really looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to a baby shower, and I have already gifted the gift, but I'm going to take another gift just as kind of a side gift, because you can't go to a baby shower and not give them anything. But I've given them the big part, the blanket that I made, and you all probably saw it was made from Burnett blanket yarn, and it was like a, well, it was the same colors as my keyboard here. It was kind of a creamy, not so bright white, dark gray, or no, it was tan. Maybe I'm wrong, but the green was like this. Does that ring a bell? Anyway, long story short, I get to go to that baby shower tomorrow, and I'm super excited. And what I'm going to actually do as well is give them a couple of patterns that I've printed out and see which one they would like me to make. And I'm kind of curious of what they'll choose. Hey, Bon Bon, good to see you. Happy Friday. I hope you had a good work week, and I hope you have a relaxing weekend coming up. I know I'm looking forward to this weekend. And then on Sunday, I will be back, and we will play a game and have a giveaway. But I wanted to show you all what I received from Antoinette and Darlene. Antoinette is hooking and stitching island style. I'm going to share her channel. And Darlene actually is Sever Angel, if you have seen her. And let me go ahead and put in her link, just so you know, since she is not here to represent herself today, I want to go ahead and put her link in the chat in case you watch this later or you're watching it now and you want to check her out. She put in this cute little, like, she's got this whole water theme going on, the ocean and stuff like that, so you can see the anchor. I would show you the other side. Did I do that fast enough? But my address and all kinds of information is on that. So I'm not going to show you, but I love stitch markers. Did you guys know that? Anybody know that? I like stitch markers. I like buttons. I like little things. Little things, and they're like shinies. I don't know if you are familiar, or you were a kid and you saw something shiny, you were just automatically attracted to it and wanted to play with it. That is like me at the ripe age of old. And so she sent me some, and I think they're just so cute. Here is one of them. It's like a sunflower on there, and how cute is that? And then also she sent me a bonbon. Oh my goodness, bonbon. I have to show you something. Look at one of these stitch markers. And do you know, Sarah, and I'll tell everybody as well, but this reminds me of a young lady by the name of Terry Girl, who, if you watch Grandma's Crochet Corner, she's a regular on Grandma's channel. And this immediately reminded me of her. And I know I don't think she watches my channel, but I'm gonna hop on maybe one night Barb's panel and show her. But look at this. So let's see if I can hold it right. Do you see what that is? It's a starfish. It's a starfish. And if anybody is, if Barb is lurking in the shadows, I hope it gives her a laugh. I love this. It's a starfish. Okay. So I was just dying. I was laughing. I was giggling at myself, and my daughter was looking at me like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "I have a starfish. And look, it has another starfish." It's just so cute. I know. I'm so goofy. I'm so goofy, but it's not showing up very well. There we go. It's moving. Anyway, of course it's a starfish. Exactly, because Antoinette's like whole theme is island and ocean and it's nature, and but little does she know how fitting it was. And then there's this cute little one. And this was from a goodie bag that they give away during their lives. I love this. Is probably my favorite one. It's a whale tail, I believe. I can't get these to turn right. Anyway, so they are adorable. And then last but not least, this reminds me, and this is the epitome of Antoinette, sorry. and it's a little lighthouse. Is it showing right? I had to like look behind my arm. Anyway, they were just so cute. Hey Jen, good to see you. Minowa is gonna get you. Why is Minowa gonna get me? What does that mean, Jen? I'm curious. Because of the star starfish? Anyway, so those were just some of the cute items, and then also I got a really cute keychain that is beautiful and looks like the Ori Borealis, like and all kinds of stuff. It's really nice. Let's see here. Hey Jen, I know, right, Bonbon? Jen's late. Jen's never late. You can always count on Sarah, can always count on Jen and everybody. I understand, but I like picking on Jen, and Sarah is just always there for me whenever I give her a call. So everybody else is wonderful too, but just call those two out. I had to wash dishes. Jen, you bring up a very good point. And I hate doing dishes. It's an unnatural hate. I really don't like to do dishes. And it is actually one of the things that another adult in our house has taken on, thank goodness. And I really don't like to do dishes. But the reason why I'm glad you brought that up, Jen. If you had to pick one household chore that you didn't want to do, that if you could just magically make disappear and you didn't have to do it anymore, or it was just magically done for you in an impossible world, what would it be? For me, dishes for sure. Can't stand doing dishes. Can't stand it. I don't know why. Don't understand it. But what about you, Jen? If you had to pick, or Sarah or Bonbon, if you had to pick one thing that you had to do in the kitchen, or not just the kitchen, just household chores, what would it be and what would you get rid of? Mary, I was wondering about you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Jen says, cooking. Hey, Diana, hadn't seen you in a while. But I have not been around too much this week, so I'll admit that's probably my fault too. Good to see you, Diana. Mary says cleaning toilets. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no fun. I agree. Jen says no dishes for sure. Diana says, hi, Kelly and all. All hell just broke loose. All hell just broke loose when you come on. Pea to marble size. Dishes for sure. For sure. You sound Canadian there, Diana. What can we say? But, that sounds very Canadian there, yeah? That's great, Diana. I appreciate that. Dishes are just no fun. You know, when we have get-togethers, and the older I get, the more and more I am pulling out the paper plates. I make sure they're biodegradable and recycled, but still. Eh? Yeah, eh? Bonbon does. I met Bonbon, and that was a real pleasure, and she doesn't talk like that. No. I don't like dusting because of the knickknacks. Oh, because of all the little things you have to pick up and get underneath them and dust them. I get that. I have, and this, I don't know, I don't, my mom used to collect teacups. And, oh, I get weepy-eyed when I start talking about her. I'm going to try and hold it in, Bonbon. But she used to collect teacups and bells. And I have about 20 of her teacups in a, like, corner china cabinet. And it is, as much as I love those teacups because they remind me of her every time I see them, they are not fun to dust. That is true. And that's why I have an enclosed cabinet that holds them. So I don't have to dust them as much. I still have to dust them, but not as much. So anyway, long story short, Bonbon, I agree with you. I agree with you. And thank you all for humoring me. Yeah, dusting, dishes, toilets, no fun. No fun at all. I don't mind doing laundry, though. I could do that all day long. And sometimes I do. So Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And what else? I wanted to also go over the reason why I also got excited when Jen said she was doing dishes is because I want to introduce a new thing. It's called What in the World? What in the World? So I know I like to do trivia and I love to do games, but I'm also finding there's only so many topics around crochet. There's tons, and there's tons beyond my knowledge yet. So what we're going to start to do is what in the world? And what in the world is a random question that I present to you all, and you can share what your thoughts are. It is called What in the World because what in the world? How did we get on this topic? Kind of thing when we are a crochet channel. I'm not trying to transition anything and I'm not trying to change anything. I just think as we're crocheting, it's an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better, and it's fun, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So what in the world is coming to Horizon Crochet, and it should be fun. On Sunday, we will have a game, and I'll probably give away a pattern again just because it's easiest until all this stuff is figured out with postage and tariffs and all that kind of stuff. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Sharon and I stalk the same neighborhoods. I see her around a lot. It's hard not to say hi everywhere. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sharon again. So we do travel the same places. So what I'm going to work on today is, as we're talking about some other things, I got some interesting emails. I'm going to work on my scrap blanket. I'm almost used up all my scraps. So, and let me pull it out. Let me get it really quick. And if I'm a little sniffly today, I apologize. Like I said, it's been a crazy week. So this is where we're at with the blanket. We've got it going. Not bad for a scrap blanket, or a start of a scrap blanket. But pretty soon I'm going to run out of scraps unless they're only like this long. I have a gazillion that are like this long, but I'm going to run out soon. As you can see, this is all I have left of one of the skeins, and then I will go ahead and start up this one, which is Lion Brand's Woolies. I wish I could remember the color name to this one, but I didn't hold on to the label, so I am not 100% sure. So that's another I don't have enough of to make something else, so it is going to get thrown in onto the scrap blanket. Hey, Freehand, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, and there was one more thing that Antoinette sent in the goodie bag. Look at this. Isn't it so cute? It's backwards. I know. In case you're not dyslexic, it says, I'm hooked on you. How cute is that? I just think that's so cute. It's hooked on you. Don't tell Antoinette. I'm going to give it to my niece. Shh. I'm sure she'll never find out. But I think it's so cute that I want to give it to somebody that I love and adore. So I'm going to work on this blanket, but there were a few things before we play What in the World. What in the World? Does that remind you of What in the World, Carmen Sandiego? Does anybody remember that computer program from school? What in the World, or Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? I think that was the name of the game. Anybody remember that? Sharon says, I'm finished my blanket now, except I want to put a border on it. Ooh, I bet it's so pretty. Sharon is making this gorgeous castle Once Upon a Time blanket. It's a mosaic, I believe. Is that right, Sharon? Is that the blanket that you're referring to? It's absolutely gorgeous. I've seen it on a channel out there that I watch. Don't remember which one it was, but I absolutely adore it. It's adorable. I remember it. Very cool. It's a corner to corner. Okay, Sharon, thank you for correcting me. Oops, I'm buffering a little bit. Okay, I think it's gone. I'm working on my cocoon cardi. Cocoon Cardi. Ooh. Ooh, what's that look like? I'm curious. Let's see. Is it called a Cocoon Cardi? I would love to look it up. Why am I having internet issues? I never have internet issues during the day. It's only when I go live. I'm going to try and Google search that and see what comes up. Ooh. Nope, that's not it. And of course, is it like the Viola Cocoon Cardi on Hobie? Not trying to name drop or anything. It's a granny square Cocoon Cardi. There's several out there. I'm seeing that when I Google search it. That's very cool. I'm going to start to do that, Sharon, because I don't have too much open, but there is one other thing before I shut down as many tabs as I can. There's one more thing I wanted to share with you all, but I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and I was going to talk about this at the end of my live, but I'm going to throw it in there now because I think Sharon has a really good point. So I'm going to throw, not to change the subject, but I'm totally going to change the subject just for a minute. I'm going to share a link in here of a pattern that I found, and I can't wait to try it. So, as some of you might know, I will be going on vacation soon, and I will be gone for 2 weekends in a row. I'm going to miss you all. I might pop on and do a 15-minute live, but I can't promise. So if you see your notification pop up, it's totally like out of the blue. Are there other people? I am the only one home, Sharon. I know that sounds weird, but you have a great point. Are there others in your house using the internet? Sometimes my daughter's downloading things or doing things, which is fine, but she avoids the times I go live. But she's not even home, so it's hard to, it's just me. Anyway, so I shared that link. It's called The Little Prince. You know how I love my Infinity Granny Square blankets. I feel like every crocheter, knitter, fiber artist has a favorite that they go to when they need something that's cozy, comforting, and they want to do. So I actually found the pattern called The Little Prince, and it is a huge Infinity Granny Square, but I can't wait to try it, and it's going to be my vacation project. I'm going to have a lot of time in the car. I'm going to have a lot of time sitting by a lake and a lot of downtime, because we're going to the same place we went last year, and we saw not everything, but a lot of what we wanted to see last year. So this year is going to be more chill, more relaxed, and I can't wait. Super excited. So that is a pattern that Kathleen, our very own Kathleen, picked a pattern also by Hooked on Sunshine. And I really like Hooked on Sunshine's patterns. I don't know them, never talked to them, I'm just a follower. And I like her patterns because the way she lays them out, and then not only that, but she also offers you a video tutorial that you can get as well. And I appreciate that. I know how to read patterns, but sometimes I have questions and self-doubt. So I like the videos to reassure myself I'm doing something correctly. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. So let me close that now that I have shared that. What else can I close? I shared Antoinette's channel. And let's close Amazon because it is open too much and too often. And let's close these. All right, I am down to 2 tabs. Got a lot of programs running, but it's necessary. So, yeah, those are some of the updates. What else? As I get my blanket ready here. And I need a hook. I need a hook. So, I got some emails that were interesting. And I consider myself just a chatty person, sometimes, not all the time. And I like crochet. I wouldn't say this is a crochet channel. Yeah, it's got crochet in the title and everything, so I can't deny that. But I don't claim to be an expert crochet channel. And so I have done some other things. I made 2 videos for Jerry's challenge when she was doing a challenge on her channel in July. I posted 2 some, well, I don't think they're very good videos of cooking. And one of them was a carnivore keto chicken soup. And for whatever reason, either I don't know if they're legitimate people or not, but 2 people have reached out to me about that chicken soup recipe video. Now, the video itself only has 103 views, and that's a lot for me at my channel. And it's really weird to start getting emails from organizations saying things about your videos. And, I'm like, is this a scam? This is a scam. This has got to be a scam. I mean, maybe it's not, but maybe it is. And my line of work, we're very leery of scams. My line of work, I work an administration job, but we're very leery of scams and things that are out there. So I think it's interesting that they have either used AI to copy that video or a screenshot of my video, and they haven't done anything with it. They've only made a proposal, and it's just weird. It's just, I don't know if it's real or not. I'm such a hesitant kind of person. And then the other email I got, if Barb is listening, are compliments on my introduction music. And the introduction music is made by Barb, Grandma's Crochet Corner. And I didn't ask her to make that. She voluntarily made that for me. And it's just, what's such a wonderful thing. And the longer I have it, the more I fall in love with it. And interestingly enough, people are commenting. They're not asking anything, but they're commenting on how they like it. And I just want to give those kudos to Barb, because the first thing I say is send them a link to Barb's channel. And I don't know if they've ever reached out to Barb or anything, but I provide the link to Barb's channel. And so it's interesting to see who's being drawn to what. And both of those things have absolutely nothing to do with crochet. So the bottom line of my story is that it's just interesting that those 2 things are the things that are gathering and I'm gaining the most attention for, which I'm very happy for. It's just interesting. I just find that very interesting. Let me catch up on the chat here. Are others in the house? Oh, that's right. We got that settled. That's a lovely pattern. Thank you, Sharon. Hey, Antoinette's here. You missed, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was talking all about you, Antoinette, again. Diana, why is Kelly? Be weary. I'm really weary. I just, maybe too much so. So I need an expert in this kind of stuff to say, what do you think of this? Grandma, oh, Barb is here. Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Great to see you, Barb. I was just talking about the introduction music that I have on my video that you made. Bonbon says, I love your intro. Barb did a fabulous job on it. She really did. She really did. She nailed it. At first I was like, oh, I like this. I really like this. And at first it was different. And when anything is sometimes a change or it's different than what you envision, it doesn't mean it's not good. It's just different. So I had to readjust my own way of thinking. And now the more I listened to it, Barb knew what I wanted more than I knew what I wanted. And it's interesting. When you watch creators, you get to know them based upon what they say and also what they don't say and their own behaviors and what their focuses are. And she just nailed it. So there you go. Glowing reviews for Mrs. Barb, something like that. Let's see here. What else did I miss? Hello, everybody's just saying hi, and that's awesome. Listening to me babble. I'm supposed to be crocheting. Crochet, Kelly. You need to finish up these scraps before vacation. And I can do that. I can do that this weekend. So I'm excited. But anyway, those were the two odd. Well, there's more than two for Barb. I think there's two for Barb on her own, and then one about my chicken soup. It's not even chicken noodle soup. It's just chicken, egg, and bacon soup. It's so simple, so easy. But you can add other things to it and whatnot. But those were the two things that just made me go, huh, interesting. So maybe I need to think about all that a little bit. So yeah, the other thing I was talking about earlier before I shifted gears really quick and fast on you all was what in the world. So what in the world is, I'm going to position or propose a question to you all, and you can answer if you like, or you can just listen along. If you're a little more shy, I welcome that here. But what in the world is topics? I find that sometimes we're talking about things like Disney princesses. I'll never forget that conversation. Or different things, things around the house that we wish could just a chore that just would magically go away. And so today, which one did I pick? That's so great. Okay, so I thought this was funny. What in the world, my friends? What in the world? What in the world? Things we believed as a child that turned out to be completely wrong. And I just thought this was such a cute question because there's so many things as kids that we... Oh, I've lost track of what I'm doing. There we go. There's so many things that we hear or see as a kid, and we have no idea what we're really looking at or what we're really hearing. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's bad. So is there anything in your childhood that you thought you understood, but were completely wrong? And I have two. I'm going to throw the first one out there, and I think Jen, if Jen's still there, will appreciate this one. And this is kind of a little bit of a trivia question itself. Who remembers the song One-Eyed Purple People Eaters? Does anybody remember that song? It's got to be from the 70s. I don't know when in the 70s. I didn't look it up because I thought there might be somebody out there that'll know this information. Any music buffs out there, but there was a song, one-eyed, something other people, purple people eaters, do 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 do. Anyway, don't know any other words other than that song. And I thought in my young Kelly head, little Kelly, as Sammy, if you know Sammy, she talks about little Sammy, little Kelly had no idea what that meant. And I just heard the song. So one night I had the most vivid dream I've ever had in my entire life. And no, I'm not talking about dreams. This is just I had a dream that I got on a bus that was full of one-eyed purple people eaters. And they were made of like Jell-O. And they were all purple and gooey. Imagine Slimer from Ghostbusters, but with one eye and purple. See, Nightbot doesn't like some of the... Let me approve that. Let me get that. Okay, I missed it. Yeah, so it was, for me, whenever I heard that song, I perpetually started to get afraid of the bus, the school bus. And the first day I ever went on a school bus, I thought everybody on the bus was going to be a one-eyed, purple gel-looking Slimer from Ghostbuster. And I was petrified of going on a bus. And this remained until I was like in 4th grade. How ridiculous is that? Anyway, nightmare fuel. Yes! Yes! Let me go ahead and look it up. Let me look up at the chat here. Let's see here. Barb says, aw, so sweet. Not so sweet. So true, Barb. So true. Let's see here. Bama, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. But Diana says 5 likes. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate you. Hi, Nisi. Is it Nisi? I want to know how to say that name properly so I can remember how to spell it. It's I before E unless, what is the rest of that saying go? I love that name. It's so beautiful. Niese. It's something I've never seen before. I need the phonetics on that. Bonbon says, I love that song. Diana says, absolutely remember it. Grandma Barb says, one-eyed, purple, freckled people eater. Is that what it is? That people were honest, losing the innocence of childhood. That's right. Barb Jen says, one-eyed, one-horn, flying people eater. Can't figure out which one's right, which one's wrong. Mary says, one-eyed, one-horn, flying, purple people eater. Say that 5 times fast. I challenge anybody to say that 5 times fast. Nightmare Fuel, yes, one-horned. 1958. It's older than I thought it was. I wonder where in the world I heard it. That I can't remember. So I'm going to sing that song in a video. I love it, Jen. Make sure you put a little comment. It's been a crazy week, so I have to catch up on videos this weekend. But make sure you put a little Horizon Crochet or something. Give me a nudge. I'd love to see it. Bonbon says, I truly believe my grandpa when he said it was raining cats and dogs. I was so disappointed when I looked outside and there weren't any cats and dogs. Oh, it's so cute, Bonbon. Similar to that, Bonbon, I remember this song, It's Raining Men, also when I was a little girl. I really thought they were parachuters raining down on our town because it was raining men. No idea what the rest of the song was, but it was raining men. So I imagined parachuters coming through the sky. Just one of those things, right? Everybody's saying, hi, 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 hi. Hi, Antoinette. Oh, I got to put eyeballs in here for Annette, not Antoinette. Getting my Anns mixed up. Annette's in here. Annette just put together and dropped a beautiful pattern as well. And it's got bears on it. And I have to do the eyeballs. Where's my eyeballs? Why is this taking me so long? Why can't I find it? Maybe it's a yarn over hook thing only. So here, I'll do this one. Ah! It's a net. Okay. That's probably why I was putting it in the wrong spot. Oh, now let me go back up. Technology. I'm learning it though. I'm getting there. Aw, Jen says she will and she'll dedicate it to me. That's awesome, Jen. Thank you so much. I just, songs. I think it's songs because I didn't catch the whole song or didn't understand the meaning behind the weird words. But another one was, another song that used to really trip me up as a kid was You Spin Me Right Round. Round, round, baby, round, round. Who sang that one, Jen? You know all the music songs. You sing, na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. And I used to imagine people spinning round. Like, I took it so literally. I think Jen, Barb will let you know, but I think Fridays are sometimes panel nights. Sometimes they're not. It's up to her. I think it's a coin toss, up to Barb's mood. Woohoo, there you go. Yes, it is. Did you see my starfish stitch marker that Antoinette sent me, Barb? Did you see that? If not, I'll show it to you. You're going to laugh. Oh, geez, Kelly. Crochet. Crochet. I'm crocheting. Crochet. Did I find my spot? I did. I found my spot. So, but yeah, I got this cute, I love stitch markers, and I kind of collect them. I definitely don't use them as much as I collect them, but I absolutely adore them. Let's see here. I think the song is Get Round. Get round, get round, do 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 do, like a Ferris wheel. Baby, baby, round, round, maybe? Something? Okay, so what in the world? Next question. Not to bring everybody down, but this thing instantly makes you feel old. Oh no, I know what you're talking about, Diane. Get around. I get around, round, round. You should have heard Thomas singing Puff as Kermit. I did, Jen. I was just silently falling asleep at the same time because it's been a crazy week. But I did hear that, and that was amazing. Barb, did you make a short out of that by any chance? That's an opportunity. I think it would be hilarious to see a short of Thomas singing Puff the Magic Dragon as Kermit. That would be amazing. That would be great. I love the Beach Boys, Diana. I love the Beach Boys. I grew up on the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys and some of the Beatles. Not all the Beatles, though. You Doing Me Round was Sing a Deadline or Alive in 84. So I must be 84. I won't tell you how old I was, but I was still young. So yeah. I could see. Ditto Kelly, great short. Wouldn't that make a great short for Barb? I love Thomas's Kermit impressions. They are so great. They are. They're hysterical. Kermit the Frog just brings joy to my heart. So whenever I hear somebody do, something Kermit-y, it's just amazing. So, all right. I have to frog one cluster. And I just pulled it through instead because I'm not thinking clearly. Let's go ahead and... What did I do? How did I do that? Let's try and undo that. See what, there we go. I'm going to attach a different color here. I'm going to go one cold cluster. Pull out our next color that has a old circle in it. I think this was going to be a mouse ear for the mice that I made and gave away, donated. I think that's what this is from. So let me go ahead and connect these. But yeah, so what is one thing that instantly makes you feel old? And I don't mean that in a bad way. What brings you back to your childhood? I think that's a better way of putting it. I like that better. What is something that as soon as you see it or hear it, it instantly takes you back to your childhood? As you can see, childhood is today's theme. So for me, Ronald McDonald. Does anybody remember when they used to have, and maybe some Ronald McDonalds that haven't been remodeled still have these? They had these benches, and Ronald McDonald, a huge plastic Ronald McDonald, was sitting on the bench, and you could sit next to him, and he'd be like putting his arm around you, and it was like Instagram picture worthy before Instagram was a thing. And so Ronald McDonald, when I see the old pictures of Ronald McDonald, I think of two things: my childhood and ketchup and mustard. Ketchup and mustard, because Ronald McDonald was honestly, everything he had on him was the color of ketchup and mustard. And I also always wanted to sit on Ronald McDonald's lap, but I never had the opportunity to. So I don't know why, but that's just something that I really remember and takes me back to my childhood. Whenever I see those old pictures of the 60s and 70s style McDonald's, just takes me back. Let's see here. Oops. Scroll down a little bit. Dead or alive. Gray hair or white? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, Antoinette. Color my hair. I color. I tried. I have no secrets. I have gray hair, but I've had gray hair for a long time. And yeah. Sometimes when you're on the internet, you start to say something and you think in the back of your head, maybe I shouldn't share that. And this time I'm going to pull that card. I probably shouldn't share that. I'm pulling that card just because it's not my story. It's somebody else's. So, but I color my hair. But yeah, going gray makes me feel older. That's for sure. Mr. Rogers. Oh my gosh. I remember Mr. Rogers. Yes. Wrinkles in skin. Jen, you're funny. Wrinkle. And a pacifier. A pacifier. I have some of those that I'm going to be giving away tomorrow. That's a good one, Jen. A typewriter. Barb, when I was a little girl, my bedroom was right next to my pup-up's office. And I would hear those long keys with the long arms, typewriter, just going, just going away. He didn't need a secretary. He's like, I don't need, the secretaries will slow me down. It was his theory. And he would just go at it on that typewriter. And I would wake up every morning to the sound of a typewriter. So that is so fitting, Barb. Bonanza, the TV show, Bonanza? Is that what you're talking about, Diana? With Michael Landon? Was it Michael Landon? I think it was Michael Landon. I think. Bonanza, I remember that. I'm trying to remember the character he played in that show. But they were all so great in that show. 3 TV channels. Yes, only having 3 TV channels, unless you had one of those big bar-like switchers for the cable TV. You know what I mean? And they weren't wireless either. They had cables. But, let's see, Mr. Rogers, yes. Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Potato Head, like Jen said? Is that what you mean? Bonbon? Who is Mr. Dress Up? I don't know that one. A&W drive-thrus. Yes. Jerry Lewis Telethon. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Thank you for listening. A&W drive-thru and a tiny baby in A&W cups. Yep. I remember those. I mean, yeah. Jerry Lewis Telethon. I'll never... I remember those because I wasn't allowed to watch them. I don't know, Barb, why I wasn't allowed to watch them, but I wasn't allowed to. At least not then. Little Joe. Little Joe, that's right. Bonanza's little... I wish I could remember the... Was that it? Or was that... Was that Bonanza? Or was that... I can't remember the name of it now. It was either Bonanza or it was the Wild West radio show program. Sheriff Ranger Matt Dillon. Who remembers? Oh my gosh, I'm really checking out the older crowd in the audience today. Who remembers Matt Dillon? Not Matt Dillon, the actor. The fictional character. Yes, it was Bonanza. Bonanza. Yes, okay, gotcha. Ponderosa, yeah. I remember the restaurant Ponderosa. Anybody remember those restaurants? They were the first super buffet bar that you could go to. They had, when I was a little kid, like the best buffet bar. My eyeballs were way bigger than my stomach still. But anyway, I remember my grandparents used to like to go there. Oh, the knot. There we go. Let me catch up on this a little bit. There we go. Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla, the old Godzilla movies. You know how many, who can tell me how many Godzilla movies there have been? Can anybody tell me how many Godzilla movies there have been? Remakes and everything. Run, it's Godzilla. I won't make a Godzilla noise. That would be a little embarrassing. Even I am too embarrassed to do that. And there's not much I won't. Yeah. The steakhouse was awesome. That's right, Bon Bon. I remember the Ponderosa Steakhouse. Yes. My poor Pop-Up would always go out of the store with the knife in his pocket. A spoon or knife. I don't remember which one. It was a spoon or fork. Because they would take his silverware and he would stick his silverware in his pocket for his dessert. And he didn't want him to take his silverware. And we would go home with we had so many spoons. So many spoons. Let's see. Sarah says, yep. About 10. I think there's more than that. I think there is a ton. How many Godzilla remakes or versions is there? The internet, it's magical, putting it for its best. 28 official feature-length Godzilla movies in total. 38. I'm not a Godzilla fan, but I've always found that franchise fascinating. Like, talk about longevity. So, Jivity. I blame Barb for that. That's Barb's main accent coming through me. So this Sunday, we are going to play a game for a pattern. And I don't know which game yet. I want to play something different. I'm feeling creative because I've had a crazy week. And when I have crazy weeks, I want to spend my weekends being creative. So I'm going to come up with something different. So we will see what I come up with. I might have to start. I've been doing 3 months of crochet trivia. I think it's getting a little dusty. So we're going to clean that shelf off and see what I can come up with in the meantime. I like trying to figure stuff like that out. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I am going to, as much fun as this has been, I have somebody coming over at exactly 6 o'clock. I keep looking at what time it is and then forget to pay attention to what time it is when I look. So I have to head out a few minutes early. I apologize, but I'm glad I was able to make it because I was not sure if I was going to have to push today off. But I was able to. And it's been fun hanging out with you all. How about guess the drawing? Does that mean I have to draw the drawing, Jen? Is that what you're suggesting? I have honestly would love to do a Pictionary day. There is a program online that if I provide you all with a link, it takes us to like a whiteboard, like a wipe board. And anybody that has the link can draw on this board. And I think it would be so much fun if one day we had as many people as we could to utilize it as like a Pictionary game. I think that would be fun. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of it and how everybody can access it with one, not having to sign up for anything, two, pay for anything, or three, there was a third. Can't remember. It's written down though. So, just food for thought. It's something that I'd like to do. If you're a Pictionary person and you do it online, let me know if you have any tips, because I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it. But that's going to be it for me. I want to thank you all. This was so good for my soul. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming. Diana and Jen and Sarah and Bonbon and Annette and Antoinette, everybody. I feel like I'm on a kids show. I see Barb. I see Jen. I see. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you on Sunday. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. I'll see you later. I hope. Bye. Okay, really. Bye.
Come on in, pull up a chair. Leave the busy world out there. Grab your yarn and your favorite tea. There's a place where friends can be. Every stitch tells a story. Every color shines so bright. Welcome to Horizon